Good evening, guys, and welcome back to Endpoint TV. We have a pretty intense game here underway. One map all between EURONICS Gaming and CeX Esports. The winner of this will be booking themselves a spot in MDL relegation for this current season. So exciting times ahead. And it's been finely poised between these two. EURONICS took the early lead in Dust 2, which unfortunately we didn't manage to see a whole lot of. So I can't tell you a huge amount about what happened in the game. But I can tell you a lot more about Inferno, which we just witnessed. And despite a huge performance from PDY in particular on the EURONICS Gaming side, came down to a 13-13. CeX were able to pick that one up. And a couple of completely tanked rounds from EURONICS Gaming maybe made the difference between them bringing it home in a 2-0, or having to instead do it in this third map of the best of three. So Inferno it is going to be. Going to be a tough challenge. Okay, with the performance of Red in the first map with the AWP in hand. He could maybe be looking to take this map over at some point in the later stages on T side. But until then, his teammates have done the job. Out onto A, Red with a frag. Zifan tries to come through and does find the face of Red. 3v3 Sitch, bomb planted. One player at Grave. And he's doing some work, but Finn's coming in. PDY and Sinks for EURONICS find those remaining two frags. It's going to be first round on the board. ESG will be looking to start strong here if they can. Get some momentum going early and just try and get a convincing scoreline on the board. For example, the 9-6 first half that CeX were able to put together. Gave them a nice position to build on. Still, it's important that they won the pistol round, and they did exactly that. Set them up nicely to just to open up enough for a lead. That while they did get caught up, they didn't get overtaken. Right, just be looking to maybe copy that here if they can. They're a little outgunned. This is a whole stack load of utility goes flying up banana. Both teams and both ends. Ifan stepping through, finding two players who were almost completely white from that flashbang. Nice easy spraying out. Numbers brought back even by that slightly messy little exchange up mid. Impact finds one, falls away. And a little sweep up is enough to bring it home in this third round. Couple of Galils up for EURONICS. More useful weapon when you're defending, perhaps, than for making entries. Still useful, of course, but much like the Famous, I think its role in the game has maybe diminished a little. A couple of trades towards top mid, which EURONICS come off worse on. They do have numbers in their favour as they go and make a play up towards Banana. Sim with a couple. Nice shot towards the back oranges. And bomb plant's going to give them some cash to use in the next round if they can't make more of it as well. As Sin once again with his hat trick for the round. We're looking to make it 4. He's got the information, waits patiently, doesn't commit too early. Right, starting to open up just a little bit of a gap now. Didn't get what they wanted for it the first time of asking. Didn't hesitate though to switch it up and make their way instead up Banana. A couple of good entries, and that's gone really well. Just over a minute left to go in the 5th round. Trying to make something pay from arch side. This is a little bit dangerous getting caught up in the funnel. Again though, quick, decisive. Making their way up on the crossover. Couple of players low HP. Okay. Cypher finds both of them super quickly. That's 4 kills for him overall. EURONICS just not able to get away. And to be honest, it's almost not deserved for them to get away. They found themselves in a couple of positions that weren't great for them. Lost players in early skirmishes. And it's only because they've gone for it and sprinted towards the other bomb site that they've got themselves in and got a couple of plants out of it. I think that's probably not a high percentage strategy going forward. You would rather get the entries at the site that you're going for. Keep enough players left alive or you yam the bomb plant down. Again, the struggle continues. Impact gets 1. That's one of those positions in the corner where you can probably get 1. If you get more kills than that, something's gone seriously wrong though. Again, they try and wrap through. Murky just going to use the facilities. Leave it to PDY to come up with a bit of individual magic. Need as many kills as he had, points of health left in his account. And as you'd expect, he falls. Against Murky with the AWP. Bring it back to 3-all. Financials and the firepower favouring CeX. Murky gets the chance to do some work. No weaponry in hand that could have troubled him in the slightest there. It's a fairly low risk mid-peak, and he does come away with a kill out of it as well. Full push up Banana. Pat given time to whip out his pistol. Some good flash assists from Fluffs. He's going to be CeX taking the lead. No chance to look at the scoreboard. Pretty even across both teams. Every round they are wailing on each other. Engaging in some tough battles. It's the CT so far winning through. Minute left to go on the clock. Looks like A is going to be the play this time. Cypher up on the boost. Now I've had a player up there before. Or up on top of quad at least, so maybe go be looking in his direction, and they do, but Cypher able to pick up a couple before he's then eventually found with damage already done. Dropped, one to Zen. 2 players left to find, one in the pit. It's the first that he runs into. 5-3 then, advantage now starting to open up for CeX. A slender advantage again, 2 rounds, nothing to write home about. No chance maybe to talk it over again. The big turnaround tactics going to come from EURONICS. It's probably not going to be in this deco round. But then again, you may be surprised. Their success has come working fast into bomb sites. So maybe that's what they're going to work for us here. In just a couple of minutes when the game kicks back off. Best of 3, we're in the 3rd map. The decider. EURONICS took the first map, Dust 2. And CeX picked up the second map, Mirage. Both teams again finally poised at 13-13 before they were able to pick up the rounds they needed to bring it home. And it's just brain into neutral play, the 27th round from EURONICS, all just barreling out one at a time out of Palace. Into Molotovs and Crossfire, and as you would expect, that didn't end too well for them. The rest after that was history. It's like the old eco-deco balcony push tactic coming in. With a bit of mid-presence to go with it, I would have thought. And it feels a little bit 1-by-1 again. That's practically what we see. All those deagles get dropped for no return. That's going to be, I think, max loss bonus. That's going to allow EURONICS, even without the bomb plant, to get a full spend in here. 10th round on the board. Look at scores as well. Cypher had a couple of rounds of collecting a bunch of frags. CeX able to keep his smoke up, but he does get pushed. Which is okay, just in the nick of time. What a shot from Red. Jeez. I don't know how much he knew about that, but it came up his kill feed nonetheless. That's incredible. PDY with his first of the round. Kill spin spread around, actually, Sid. Just to make it a clean sweep, needs to get his. See if he can, he's got the right angle. Yeah, seen it. Everyone gets a frag. Kills for everybody. Roll up, roll up. EURONICS bring it back within 2. I'll be pleased with how smoothly they're able to execute that over towards B. You may well be tempted to try it again. Work from Red with the AWP. That's going to help nicely. Gives him something to work with. It's murky. In close quarters with the AWP in apartments. No one there to run in and swarm him, but Cypher might catch Red with the AWP. Here's the smoke clicking in. Smoke? Scope. That's the word I wanted. Bomb plant kind of come in. $800 in the account. He gets himself out of graveyard. It's one of those spots. It's useful for a point. If you don't show yourself in grave, then you can probably last out a little while. But with 3 players left to find, a teammate still alive on the site, you're going to want to face in that situation and try and help out and try and make it happen. You see him trying to get out of there, but ended up in the end being very difficult. Another pause. And then CeX going to be looking to do what they couldn't quite manage on Mirage and put a double figures first round on the board. Set themselves up nicely for it though. For a good score that they can try and hammer home the advantage on when they get onto T side. See the impending push coming. See mid players coming to join the fray. After making a little bit of noise over towards A, I don't think anyone would have been fooled by that. You're playing a low-skilled pug game, you probably have someone shouting, A, A, it's definitely all A. But we're at a slightly higher standard here, at least. I think how it's all just kind of stalled around crossover and around Jenny. EURONICS maybe would have wanted to break their necks to get onto the bomb site. Decided to be a little more cautious. Nothing really able to come of that. It's going to be 8-4. And glance the scoreboard. Cypher continuing to add frags to his account. PD1 and Red, who have both gone off huge in the first couple of maps. So far being kept a little quieter. Pretty much a full spend from both teams. EURONICS may be lacking a little bit of utility, but other than that. Good to go. Action at Banana. Flush just needs to be careful not to overcommit. A couple of rounds ago they did lose from this situation. Moves a little bit further on to the bomb site. Actually, Cypher narrowly escapes with his life. It's not time for EURONICS to be going slow. They tend not to hang around too much when it comes to attacking the bomb site. And a clear, unabated run into B. Might have actually timed this really well. PDY looking from behind. And him exactly the spot of Banana to catch Cypher if he went for it. CeX took the pretty early view to save here. Two rounds left to go. The economy for CeX shafted at just the wrong time. We'll see him probably spend into this round, buy up around the AWP and the AK that they were able to carry through. But it leaves them practically nothing then for the final round if they aren't able to bring this home. After probably the first half of rounds, if EURONICS can get 7 here, they'll probably be quite pleased with that. And just patient build up, trying to draw something out. Sin absolutely lights up Murky, the AWP through smoke. And in the meantime, over towards A site. Managed to get a player out of the balcony. Just drop next to the hay cart. And that being too difficult to dig them out of that spot. Now starting to hunt. Perhaps knowing that the finances are precarious. Trying to commit what they can. And try and drop these guns. Murky's got a second though. See, final round upcoming wasn't a problem at any stage. They could all afford to rebuy AKs to go into this final round, so it was worth going for it. Maybe could have committed a little bit further into it. But every kill counts, gives you a little more cash to spread around for some utility, to try and slow down any potential pushes and allow a rotate to come in. So all the utility comes flying down banana again, just to try and slow up any attempts. If you are foolish enough to go and try and commit early to banana for a pick, a lot of things landing around your feet that you don't want. Red, the last man through, gets absolutely lit up. Nice work from Sin finding a player on the rotating from behind. 2 players going to be rotating in from the other side. Sin's going to find another one. And they're all, in fact, pushing through. This was the bomb site they wanted all along. 2v1 situation. Impact with it all to do. Can they mirror their score from the last map that they won? No, they can't. (8-7), a winnable score for either team. I think EURONICS will be probably the happier of the two. It certainly looked like this map was maybe getting away from them a little bit. We'll see if CeX adapt a similar full send kind of style to their T approach. High train gets rolling for the boys though. Can they bring it home? Certainly been a valiant effort. Both teams meet up in mid. That was unexpected. Look around the public rather than anything else. Impact's position is known. 2 players left alive for ESG, and I'm sure they'll maybe want to force Impact to commit to a bomb site rather than show too much and get picked off.
Did he hit the other guy? Never mind.
I think they've started to get the memo now. Falling away, wait for the rotate to come in.
He's won. He's fully won.
Bomb has been planted.
He's won.
And now 2v1. In with a defuse. So now the difference between the way that this map's playing out compared to the last one. CeX won the pistol after their 9-6. This time it's gone the other way. Full Galeals from them. They maybe do have the edge. Mid comes Murky. Sticking a head out, and it seemed like entries up mid, having already a little more joy with it. Sin's going to have to fall away and wait for assistance, and that assistance is coming from mid. Five players left to find. One kit up on these remaining 3 ESG players. I can already tell by the speed that maybe they don't fancy this, but now they are going for it.
Terrorists win.
Hold is able to withstand the pressure. That round goes swinging back in the other direction. UK boys with a slender one-round advantage that they'll be looking to try and drive home now on Inferno. Nice work from Murky again with the entry. And it feels like, even though we've only seen a couple of rounds for it, there are more entry frags already coming in on the T side. That's a positive sign. EURONICS maybe needs to do it a little more kind of en masse. Barreling into places, getting on the fast rotate into empty bomb sites, and then trying to play from there. Another good frag here on the site would be huge. Going to open it up like a tin of beans ready for a bomb plant. Cypher gets one, make it two. CeX makes it onto the site. (10-8). Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the last charge before they continue on. Team kills are always unfortunate. But 4v4 still. Arguably T-side advantage still. Next, I get the advantage to change up their approach a little bit. Cypher gets caught in the crossfire, but he's got teammates now to back up. That's really well done. Good refragging.
Bomb has been planted.
Good job covering each other. The run continues. Going to be 3 on the spin. Didn't win pistol. Doesn't matter. Red going on the hunt. Just drop a gun out of their hands if nothing else.
Terrorists win.
Nothing comes to that, but that MAC-10 definitely not something that they were planning on carrying through into this round, so not the end of the world. Another pause comes in as well. Chance to talk it over. Freeze time cancelled and back underway. CeX full spend. with plenty of cash in reserve for the next round, maybe 2 possibly. To keep on throwing cash at this. See if they can wrap the thing up. Cypher, nice work out Boiler. Find Zen, that's going to put real pressure on Red now. Gets T's pouring out in his direction. He hasn't got the rate of fire with that AWP. Just needs to be able to get out of dodge if he can. At least in Gravy's got a little more cover. Catches Cypher as he crosses back. Well, Sin took a little bit of damage. It's not the end of the world for him. Meantime, though, this has opened up a play into the B bomb site. PD White finds one. His position is known at the back of Cypher. Will they be able to flush him out of there? That's going to be the challenge. And yes, they do find one. CeX shows himself, maybe thought better of it, but wasn't able to get back into cover. Bomb plant down, 2v2. CFN getting up on the boost. Get one frag from there, maybe. Oh. Good retake. Sin coming in huge with the 3-man.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Back to top of Banana. Banana 2. He's panicking a little bit. It seems like he's panicking. But he's able to escape from that sitch. Impact looking to show, how has he come away with that impact? Though if nothing else, he's going to be showing some intent towards B. Instead, he's just cracked the thing wide open. Mini reset coming in as well if this works out. Go put pay to any hope of ESG building a bit of a bankroll. I think they want to make sure that the AWP stays alive. And it does. M4AK and AWP brought forward for EURONICS. Up against a full complement on the T side. 20 bombs to Cypher and Murky. 20 bomb for Sin as well. His time to shine really is Red. Walks into an AWP. So dominant, particularly on short CT side on Dust 2. And it's his own weapon of choice that's counting against him once again. The economy never really getting going for ESG. See the round starting to slip away just a little bit. Stacking up towards Art's side, and this is always difficult in these situations. You know, you need to commit and you need to make something happen before the timer just ticks away on you. There's knowing when and not getting caught out, that's the problem. But when Flush can come in and make an entry like that, that's certainly a benefit. Cypher finds one on the site, Flush gets one as well. Bomb does go down 2v1, PDY. Big fragger from map number 2. But despite that, unable to bring it home for his team. Let's try and play rope-a-dope with him, if nothing else. Get that utility out. Make him come for you, make him check both angles. They do exactly that, work it to perfection, and it is 13-9 to CeX. Looking to bring it home. Let's see the Eco Bash mid push. Nothing really coming of that. I guess the guy's just worried about, you know, someone having a more powerful weapon than they actually do. PDY's position given away. Good experience heads launching the guns away over the wall. Make sure that Sin has no opportunity to retrieve one. As down he goes, not the end of the world. As far as the money goes, they can rebuy everything they could possibly want. But the difference between any guns that you can bring forward and those that you have to buy is it gives you just that extra little bit of buffer going into those later rounds, or perhaps if this goes in the direction of CeX, the final round. You know, it's that extra bit of utility that might allow a teammate to come in on the rotate, be able to help you out and be able to allow you to defend the site. It's at times like that when the slim margins can have the biggest of impacts. Now, one thing CeX been able to do on this T side is make more entry picks than EURONICS seem to be able to do. And there's Cypher again. He's probably been the #1 assassin as far as those go. Working over towards the A side. They haven't really got any answers for him because he pops in, gets his frag, and then he disappears out. He doesn't overcommit, doesn't try and steal another one as such. All looking far too easy as they're cleaning up these guys one at a time. PDY gets one for pride more than anything else at back oranges. But the way the T's are ripping through this, you wouldn't have expected they were up against basically a full spend. Orc swing peak. Maybe again, not the highest percentage thing to do, but it does work out nonetheless. There we go, potentially final round. A couple of MP9s and a couple of FAMASes to defend your spot in this best of 3. Certainly wouldn't be first choice. Especially up against a team that have got the cash to buy, probably full spend 2 more rounds. 2 more bites to the cherry before they need to worry too much about cash. Murky misses first chance of asking. I mean, he's not facing a weapon that's going to rip his face off at the kind of range. B's been available, but you know, plenty of pick opportunities have presented themselves over at this A bomb site. I think that's where they're moving to next. Having a little check, see if they can make something happen. If they can't, they can always fall back, and in comes the push. They seem the more aggressive on this site. Sin and Red managing to find a frag apiece. And firing back, Sin gets his second, and he's working, I think, from the pit. So his position will be known to a point anyway. He's supposed to avoid the utility as in it comes. 3v2 against CeX as they try and bring this round home. Again, looking towards pit. That's brought it back even. 2 for 2. Fluffs on the site is going huge, leaving Sin. He knew roughly where he was. Murky gets him round about the leg area